Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're once again watching Astroturf TV. I'll be your one and only host, the Astro Guru. Today's topic: security and why you aren't secure. Well, to be quite frank, the reason you aren't secure is because you haven't done what it takes to be secure. What does it take to become secure? The work. But yet you refuse to do that. And you keep putting it off. Therefore, you can't grow. You hold yourself back academically. Spiritual academics, that is. So, you unravel at the most asinine situations. You have emotional reactions to things that you should respond to. You panic before panic should even set. And it's because you don't know. But the reason you don't know the things that you don't know is because you haven't done the work that it takes for you to know. What I mean by the work is observe. And there are many observations to be made. Very many. First observation to be made: what situation are you in? And how did you get there? So is this a situation that you want to happen? Or is this something that you don't want to happen? If it's something that you didn't want to happen, once again, you need to figure out how'd you get there. If it's something that you do want to happen, then hopefully you placed yourself there. But if not, then you need to understand how you got there. Because if you didn't get yourself into a good situation, then that means someone else got you into a good situation. And if someone else got me into a good situation, I would be doing three things: thanking that person, trying to make them look good, or C, observing the situation that this person has gotten me into. And from there, everything else can be gained. And by everything else, I mean the knowledge to handle said situation. Thus, making you secure. Now, what I just gave you applies to all realms of security. So, when it comes to, your first and your last month's rent, security deposit, things like that. Well, if I'm going into a situation like that, let's just pick a number. 1,500. I need 5,000. Why do I need 5,000? Because the first and the last month's rent is 3,000 right there, right? There you go. You want to have a little cushion, don't you? So, first and last month, that's $3,000. Plus security deposit. And whatever other endeavors you may have in store for yourself. But how would you secure this $5,000? Probably by doing the work. In this case, which would be going to work. Or however it is that you accumulate your funds. So, your business, your lemonade stand, hustle. So, now, when it comes to emotional security, what you haven't done is work through your emotions if you can by yourself, but not everybody makes rational decisions when they're by themselves. So check in. Have someone that around you I would call like an emotional accountability partner. So if you start going off the rails, hey bro, you're doing it again. Oh, okay, I'll calm down. I'm sorry. You start getting too loud. Yo, bro. Y'all right there. Y'all don't gotta yell. Okay, understood. This way, you can check with yourself at the correct time, because that's when it matters. It matters about doing it at the correct time. Otherwise, you'll have thoughts about it, you'll ruminate and be trying to figure out something else that you don't need to try to figure out. It's just about observing how you feel in the moment whenever you have a negative reaction and catching it as soon as it happens, because one, we have to analyze what is it that's giving you the negative reaction. Is it someone in your personal space? Is it every time somebody steps in your space? Is there a word that's triggering this negative reaction in you? Some people are just negative. No matter what you do, they're going to give you a negative response. Those are the people that you call narcissists and whatnot. They're not doing this jokingly. They're not trying to be funny. It's not a joke. It's not... I'm sorry, I said that like 3 times. It's not a joke, nor are they doing it to teach you something to know. They're just being assholes to get under your skin, get a rise and or a reaction out of you. And I would hope you do not let them succeed. Now, when it comes to physical security, this is why men, women work out. Because if I'm your average day, if I'm just an average everyday person, then of course I wouldn't have any specific or special training to defend myself. But if I just do enough, even if it's just in the everyday 24-hour, lift some potatoes, because I work in a grocery market, because I live in a supermarket or a grocery store, I'm lifting these potatoes, I'm pushing these carts. You're going to develop some form of muscle from living an everyday life that is productive. With that everyday muscle, you can snatch out of a situation, you can snatch away from someone and, get away. You may be able to run, get help, things like that. So, this will also make you feel a little bit more secure in your skin when you work out. Now, if you want, you can put boxing behind that. You can, you know, you what you want to do, MMA. You want to take any kind of defensive classes, you know, self-defense classes, then guess what? You do just that, and you are now above average when it comes to defending yourself, when it comes to securing yourself, securing your belongings. Nobody's gonna beat me up and rip my hoodie off of me if I make it a point to secure my hoodie. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. You gotta catch me to get the hoodie. Otherwise, I'm not just gonna let you just beat me up, rip me out my hoodie. Like, that sounds kind of crazy. So, you don't want these kind of situations. Now, the only way to be prepared is by staying ready. And the only way you can be ready is if you have the knowledge on how to get ready. So, I'm not going to walk out in a hailstorm in a pair of shorts and a white beater. That's ill-prepared. So, back to the security thing. When securing anything, you want to stay focused on what it is that you're securing. Otherwise, it's not secure. So, what I mean by this is, what I mean by this is, suppose I have a phone, right? And this phone is my security. Well, I'm not going to walk around with it in my hand all day long. Because although to the naked eye, that seems like this is secure, it's really not. This is not secure. This can easily be knocked out of my hand. I can drop it. It's not secure. It can be snatched out of my hand. Not secure. So, I got my brand new iPhone 17, right? And I'm not going to be standing around doing this in high traffic areas. It's not secure. So, how you secure yourself in these situations is by paying attention to things around you. Put your phone in your pocket. If you're not using it, just go and put it up. There's no reason to just be scrolling. Why? Because everybody around, oh, that's the new iPhone 7. Oh, that's the 17 Pro. This is how those situations happen. He wouldn't know you had a 17 Pro if you didn't have it just out in your hand. Or what you looking at, the new camera or something? We know they only upgrade the camera every year. Like the camera, they switch the button around. Like, but you want like a new little setting on your little new mode. Like we know what they're doing with this now. All right, it's cool. It's fine. It's dandy. We've all bit the apple. So now what happens is, as you, once again, back to the observe, because your phone's in your pocket. So now you get to observe and see your surroundings. Things that are going on in your surroundings, in your immediate environment, you know, the one that you had to secure yourself in, you know, put your phone away and whatnot in. High traffic area, shady people around or whatnot, you know, you never know. You never know. Just get an eerie feeling. As you look around and observe, you will find out where this eerie feeling came from. Or you will see why you had the feeling of, I should put my phone away around. Maybe it's not, you know, just looking at my phone. It's just, you know, we all get feelings from time to time. You know, a woman in her pocketbook, something she should secure. A man's wallet, something he should secure. This is also why men like me don't go around with my pants just sagging all down. Because look, as as you can see, I have a wallet in my pocket. If my pants are sagging down, you can politely do this and just walk off with my wallet. But I'll show you a magic trick. Pull your pants up, right? You buy this thing they call a belt. Now, you don't have to put it on extra tight. You don't have to put it on extra tight. You don't got to squeeze yourself. But you want to make sure that your pants are on. So, you want to, there you go right there, right? Put my hood down right now. Can't get in my back pocket and just run off with my wallet. And if you do, I'm going to feel this. You just sexually harassed me if you grab my back pocket. Because there's no way you're grabbing my wallet without me having to feel you back here. Like, you've invaded my personal space. What are you doing that close to me? Hey, you there. Come back. You know, at least I'll know who took my wallet. If somebody tries that, right? But yeah, I don't get it. Because what I'm telling you right now is so much deeper than security. But I have to be very cautious in how I speak to you guys, seeing as I don't want my words twisted, nor do I want them misconstrued, misinterpreted. However, I have no control over that, and that's fine. But I'm not going to help you do it. I'm not going to help you try to find loopholes in what I'm telling you. This is why I can't even talk about the dark side of things on this channel. For almost 300 videos now, we've been talking about positivity, numbers, signs, God, manipulation, and things. You know, but we've been talking about how to avoid it, how to see it. Of course, life is the best teacher, so experience will be the only way for you to even apply these things. Like, so if you don't know what I'm telling you, then you have to get in a situation and then apply the information later. So you just having to catch the lesson first, then you'll go hands-on, and then you'll come back to the lesson. But this is much deeper than security. So, once again, I can't even get into the dark side of things because I'm not sure how secure my audience is. And not with me. I'm not sure who in my audience is going to be the next person to go left. I don't need that. You won't put that on me. That blood will not be on my hands. So, simple and plain. I just can't have people running around using me as the spokesman for why they commit crimes. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that like that. Because that's not what this is about. It's really not what this is about. However, this was just a random video I decided to post. Something just came across my mind. However, yeah. Till next time. Take it easy.